Hello and welcome to Harry Potter comparison. Now this is quite a special review actually because I'm reviewing comparisons between the books and the movies of the Harry Potter series. And so we have Harry Potter Philosopher's Stone, Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, Prisoner of Azkaban, Goblet of Fire, Order of the Phoenix, HalfBlood Prince, and Deathly Hallows. And the books in here are the Ultimate Editions. I just thought I'd put those in instead of the actual normal discs themselves, but I thought that would be better to put Ultimate Editions in. So if we begin with the first Harry Potter book and movie, which is the Philosopher's Stone. I quite like the Philosopher's Stone because it's not exactly a favourite of mine, but it's a great way to, the book is a great way to start off the Harry Potter series. You know, the boy who lived and, you know, all that. And yeah, my Ultimate Edition is a little bit damaged, but no worries, that's okay. Not like the discs are or anything. This Years 1 and 2 have an extended version, and if you watch those, they are incredibly similar to the book. Unlike Deathly Hallows where they could have put more in, but anyway, I'll get to that later. Yeah, they could have put so much more in Deathly Hallows, but this one, they just completely hammered it with detail, as the book did, which I'm very glad actually, because it's not one of those things which is miles off the book, but it's very good. I do like the extended version. There's a couple of scenes, well, I think there's just the odd scene where it's really Americanized, but it's funny. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but actually, you know, I may as well tell you. Neville gets his legs glued together by Malfoy's curse, and he stumbles into the Great Hall with his legs together, hopping. Everyone laughs, and then he keeps asking Hermione to do the counter curse, but she is distracted by something else along with Harry and Ron, and they run off, leaving Neville on the floor, and then everyone laughs. So that's basically the scene. So yeah, out of 10, I'll give it a 8. Well, the book, I'll give it an 8, and the film, I'll give it an 8, because they're both good. I do like them very much. Now, what's next on the Harry Potter series? Well, it is, in fact, the Chamber of Secrets. Again, this is much like the book, the film. The film is much like the book. If you watch the extended version, the film is definitely the book. It's completely put all the pages of words onto the screen. I mean, the other Harry Potter books have, but not as good as this one, because this one, extended version, is brilliant. If you haven't got the Ultimate Editions, please go out and buy them. They're really good. Anyone who is a Harry Potter fan should go out and buy these if they don't have them, and if they do have them, they would agree that they are amazing. And enough rambling on about Ultimate Editions, more to this. Yeah, they're both very excellent books and films. And if I were to rate this one, I would give it probably a 9.5 out of 10. Because I just love this movie. Okay, it's so good. So yeah, that's Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets. Next one, we have Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The book is very enjoyable. It's really easy to read, trust me. If you haven't read the Harry Potter books and you're about to, you would look forward to this one. Um, and the movie, it's good, but they could have completely. It wasn't as much as good as the first two because it didn't. There's quite a few chunks from the book that they didn't put in the movies, but in this one particularly, because it's just it just didn't get it. But the book, I love the book. It's so fun. It's really enjoyable. I do like it. Out of 10 for the book, I'll give it a 10. The film, maybe 7.5. So yeah, that's Harry Potter book, Chamber of Secret. Prisoner of Azkaban, and Prisoner of Azkaban Ultimate Edition movie. What have you? Next, we have the brilliant Goblet of Fire. Now this is my favourite Harry Potter book, and one of my favourite Harry Potter movies. And actually, I have the movie poster right there, if you can see it. And the book, again, they could have put a bit more in, but I'm happy with what they did. The director's good, it's quite funny, if you watch the documentaries. So yeah, I quite like the documentary for this. It's quite a nice little documentary of Sound of Music. The book, oh, bloody good. It's my favourite book and my favourite film. Well, second favourite, but yeah, they're very good. Out of 10 for the book, 10. Out of 10 for the film, 9.5. So yeah, that's Goblet of Fire, or Goblet, but it's Goblet, so I will call it Goblet. Next, Order of the Phoenix, the big slab of a book. Right, okay, Order of the Phoenix. Do you know what? Order of the Phoenix is the most boring Harry Potter book ever. Right, there are some chapters which are really good, and it just took me bloody ages to read, because I just wanted to finish it for like halfway. But when I got to good chapters, when Sirius Black dies and the epic fight with Dumbledore and Voldemort, and then once those finished, I just wanted to get it finished. I just wanted to get the whole thing finished. But the movie, it's alright. There are some very good scenes in it. For example, that scene on the cover, the fight, Sirius's death, and all those good scenes. But the quarter of the way through the film is pretty boring, and there's a few dramatic seconds, but book out of 10, 7, film out of 10, 6.5. Actually, no, I'll give it a 7. So yeah, that's Order of the Phoenix. Next up in the Harry Potter series, we have the really good HalfBlood Prince. Now, this is my favourite Ultimate Edition and my second favourite book, because I was really into this book, I just wanted to get it finished. Well, not as in it was so boring, because it was so good. It was so good, I wanted to finish it and see what the ending was like. Really good ending, really good beginning, really good the whole way through. There's a couple of chapters which didn't really need to be in there, but oh well, it's Harry Potter, it's fun. Yeah. The film, I don't know if many people particularly like this one, but I think it's so good. Again, I have the movie poster up front, if you can see it right there. There you go. And I just think the film, I think it's really fun, because it's funny, and there's epic scenes like Ron's Quidditch match, first Quidditch match, and then the death of Dumbledore, Dumbledore's farewell. The music's good in it. I love the music in this film. It's really epic. So, out of 10 for the book, I would give it a 9, and the film a 8.5, as it is my favourite. So, that is HalfBlood Prince. Next up, we have Deathly Hallows, and parts 1 and 2. Right, the book, first half, it was okay. I did like it. It was okay. Second half of the book, oh my god, the battle is so epic in the book. It's pretty damn good, and it's longer than the film version, but the book is pretty damn good. Once you get through the first half of it, it's good. Well, even though it is good anyway, but the whole thing is pretty damn excellent. I'll give it that. Again, I was really into this, and I wanted to get it finished so badly. Not because it was boring, because it was so good. Like with the HalfBlood Prince and Goblet of Fire. I just wanted to get them finished because they were so good. Now, as for the movies, part 1. A lot. This is underrated. This is underrated, but mainly because people didn't like it, just because of its boringness. The reason why it's boring is because it's meant to be a dark film. This is the dark part of the book, okay? That's why people thought it was boring, because it was so dark. If you watch it again, you'll know that there are some very good scenes in it. There are more good scenes in this film than there is in Deathly Hallows Part 2, even though, yes, Deathly Hallows Part 2 is better than Part 1, but Part 1 scenes are better than Part 2. Okay, so don't despise Part 1. Part 1 is good. Okay, yeah. I like you, Part 1. You're good. As for Part 2, Part 2, yep, it's good. Everyone would agree. Oop. My English teacher thought it was a bit of a cheesy film, but screw her. Yeah. Part 2, can't beat it, to be honest. And I actually have Deathly Hallows movie poster up there, as you can see, so that's pretty damn cool, isn't it? So film-wise, Hallows Part 1, I would give 8 out of 10. Hallows Part 2, 10 out of 10, or 10 out of 10, yep. And the book, a 10 out of 10. So, that is what I was basically reviewing. So, that concludes my little video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time for a review of maybe a different thing. See ya.